Hi everybody. I just wanted to make sure that we were live. Trying to get the OBS set up. And now I'm going to try to get it up on my iPad so I can see comments. I'm going to go back to OBS so that I can see what's there. How is everybody this evening? It's really cooled off here. I was so excited. Yesterday it was 93. Today it was 63. I like the fall. Okay. I'm just trying to see here. I'm sorry. I know this is terrible, but sometimes you just have to take a minute. Aha. There we go. Hi, Laura. Thank you. I am? Am I still echoing? That's down. Is it still echoing, Laura? Let me go turn off a fan. Maybe that will help. Or not. There we go. I'm good now? Okay. Hi everybody, how you doing? Thank you for joining us this evening. If you're here, if you could just give me a shout to let me know, because I don't see numbers when I'm on the situation like this. Suppose I don't have to look there. Well, that doesn't tell me anything either. Ah, life. That's okay. Like I said, today's been a beautiful day at 63. However, I had attitude problems earlier, so I hid. But now, everything's good. Hi, Charlotte. How are you this evening? You would think I would learn to sometimes get ready just a little quicker. But I'm always right down to the last darn minute. That's alright. Keeps me from sitting here like thinking about it. Tonight I'm going to make, well, let me start that again, because I actually can record and can stream at the same time. I'm just going to open these ties up here. This is a, what did I say, 18-inch pine work form. I do not know, well, I guess I can look here at the tag. Otherwise, I don't know where this came from, because I got this from someone else that I bought a lot of stuff from. It does say it's not a toy. This came from Walmart. That's where it is. Yes, if everybody could please share and like. And if you subscribe to my channel and there is a bell, you hit the bell. You should get notifications when we're live on YouTube. I do try to go on YouTube on Friday nights. And on Monday nights, I try to go on Facebook. And at some point, I will slip another live or two in there during the week. But just right now, we're cranking out a lot of work. Trying to get ready for a show we have on October 6th. We have a big show down at the Bellevue Lead Center in Bellevue, Nebraska. And we will be there all day from 9 to 3. And I have Michael. I've been teaching Michael how to make candy canes and hats. And so That's what we've got going. And before we totally start, I will say that our frame is a little broken, but that's okay because you're not going to be able to tell once we get it all put together. I forgot what I was going to say. That's not doing much good, is it? Anyway, thank you all that have joined my channel. I'm so excited. My channel is growing. I'm trying to get it up to 1,000. We are at 420 at the moment. So if you would subscribe to my channel, I would be real appreciative. When we get to 1,000, we will get our community, and it'll be a little easier for me with other things. We did get our custom URL, which makes it a lot easier for you guys to find me. So that was a good thing, but our next goal is for 1,000. So, hi JoAnn, how are you this evening? Glad to see you. Thank you for joining us. I only know if you're here if you say something, so other than that, I don't know. Please remember, like I said, to like, share this on your personal pages and your business pages. Let your friends and family see. And also, if you subscribe, sorry, I'll quit hitting the table. If you subscribe and you hit the bell, you should be notified by YouTube when I'm live. Not really sure how all of that works. I'm still working on becoming an expert for YouTube and Facebook. But right now, I think that's the best I can do. I cannot send out any mini chat notifications for YouTube. I can only send them out right before my lives and just tell you I'm going to be live and come join me on Facebook. And I do have, Laura did post that notification link, and if you go there and sign up, you will receive notifications of when I go live on Facebook. I also put up a reminder, or I schedule my live, so you get a reminder. You can get a reminder. It says get or interested on it. If you click the interested button, it'll say get reminders, or reminders, and then it will send you a reminder 20 minutes before and 3 minutes before I am live on Facebook. But I'm going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, tonight we're making a snowman Let It Snow wreath. We will be using this sign I got this at the at-home store. I'm trying to make sure I can show it right. I am on OBS, so I do have 2 camera angles, and we will change in a moment. But this is the sign we will be putting on our wreath. We're using the 18-inch pine work form, and we're going to do 12-inch poofs on both the top and the bottom to begin with. I got to find a place to set my tea, because if I don't, I'll knock it over. There we go. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm just going to take this and I'm going to gather it. Hi Judy, how are you? Tonight, as you know, my moderator is Laura from Laura Jean's Wreath Rooms. We kind of are biz buddies. She moderates my lives, I moderate her lives. She makes wonderful wreaths, and you can catch her on Laura Jean's Wreath Rooms on both YouTube and on Facebook. And she goes lives on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. First thing I'm going to do is I gathered my 21-inch foil mesh. It's kind of iridescent foil. And I put a zip tie on it. And it looks like I've lost my gripper. Oh, here it is. I do this because I don't have a lot of grip in my hands. And if you ever have any questions on what tools I use, just send me a link and I can give you the tools I'll use. And I do have associate links through Amazon, so you can just go right there and buy them. So anyway, I'm going to put this right over by this tie. I'm going to pull it tight. I'm going to pull this around so it's inside our wreath. I'm going to clip it off. And I'm not going to close that first tie. The first tie we just leave open until we come back around to go to the top. This ring does have 9/7, and I chose to keep it that way. And we will try to make sure that the two that are together are at the top of the wreath. That's kind of my plan always. It doesn't always happen. Last time I got confused. But that's alright. It turned out and it looked okay. That would be what's on my... Oh, I am so sorry. Well, I told you what I did. Forgive me. I forget that it doesn't read my mind. Thank you, Laura. This is my camera angle view. What I did was I zip tied right here before this first tie. And I made it tight. I cut it off. And I'm going to cut off a little bit of this tail so it's not all like fraying and stuff. Because what we'll do is it will cover with when I come back around on the bottom and finish out the bottom part of that. I've been having problems with OBS. I have new training up on it I haven't looked at. So far my tech has been able to keep me rolling even though he's out of town. So that's a good thing. And like I said, we're going to do 12-inch poofs. I'm going to move that mouse because otherwise I'll lose it. And then you guys will be with me for the rest of your lives on live. So you might want to actually leave sometime and do other things. And so might I. So I'm just going to tie this down once. These ties are pretty long, so hopefully we won't have to open them back up at any point when we add. I'm going to add ruffles, poofs, and ribbons, as well as decorations to this. But first we're just going to do our 12-inch poofs around the bottom 9 ties, and then 12-inch poofs around the top 7 ties. There's 16 ties on this wreath altogether. And that's what you get when you buy them from Walmart, Hobby Lobby, or JoAnn's. I don't buy any from Michael's, so I'm not sure, but those craft stores usually come with 9/7. I don't know why. Now, if you order them online from Craft Outlet, Sims Pottery, Carolina Pottery, Trendy Tree, they usually come with 10/8. So it makes it easier to coordinate your patterns. But this, I'm using what I have in stock. This is what I have. You also have a bunch of 18-inch homemade ones. And, yeah, we're just going to use what we've got. Except for signs, because Michael lost them all today. He will be finding those very shortly. I was not pleased with him at all this morning. That was one of the reasons I hid. First I got upset with him, then I got upset with my daughter. And so I just hid and nobody talked to me, and then I woke up in a better mood. So that makes life good. When you can't deal, you just hide and don't talk to anybody. And everybody has gone upstairs so they can leave me alone. And I'm hoping that, I know there's still background noise. I'm hoping to figure out how to mute some of that out for you guys. I have turned off the one fan since it is cooler. The lights do make it rather warm. And I have an aversion to being too warm. But we're going to hope that I can keep it cooler in here. We have windows open actually today, since it's 63 out. I'm hoping that is a sign that the 90-degree weather is over and fall has honestly started. But I doubt it, so we'll see. This is one of the hottest Septembers I can remember in a long time. I don't remember it being so warm in September all the time. So you just keep making your 12-inch poofs. And like I said, I'm measuring them out on my board. To make sure they're 12 inches. I can't do a 1, 2, 3 method or anything. more logically inclined than I am tech or creatively inclined, so I have to do it just a little different. I have both logic or technical and creative parts, so that's why I love Unique in the Creek. To me, it's a more technical type. You know, she can tell me, you know, with the holes and things, how to use it, so I like it. It really intrigues me, and I like it. That's uniqueinthecreek.com to get your boards. I know some people were confused, but they have horse head boards, they have tree boards, and then they have flowers. They have several different flowers, one being the rose, the sunflower, the funflower, the zinnia. I believe they have a mum and a poinsettia now that she does a tutorial on. And then they have character boards that you can buy digital prints for and Mod Podge them on and then make yourself. I've made Ina Fields and I've made Jimmy O'Lantern, and I'm hoping to get my Christmas collection of those started soon. They're fun and easy and doesn't take an overly big amount of material. So the string is bothering me, guys. So I hope you can see what I'm doing. Laura informed me the camera was not turned the right way, that you didn't want to see my face the whole time. You wanted to see the wreath. So I hope we got that all straightened out for you. Hi, Cherie. I'm just kind of scanning comments every now and then. I'm kind of concentrating on the wreath. We will go back. Thank you, JoAnn. We will go back and put the supplies where I got my supplies from, and also I have links for you, my links on Etsy, which Laura does post during the conversation, but on Etsy, Facebook, I am now on Pinterest. I'm trying hard on Pinterest. And so she's got those links so that if you'd like to go and follow me on those items, you can. I do share these videos back to Facebook, and I share the Facebook Lives back to YouTube with sometimes a little editing. I go in and I put a little song in the front and then some stuff on the back end. I'll do that on, I don't know if I'll get the song, but I do the back end goods. And then I also have, if you are thinking about starting a business, I do have a business coach. Laura and I both do. And we are with Hardworking Mom, Lori Jacobs. And it's called Lori Jacobs Success Path. It is a paid monthly group. And she gives you business advice for all businesses, not just wreath making. But she gives advice on all businesses. She is a licensed CPA, so she knows her stuff. And she also has 2 calls per week you can join to ask questions. And I mean, she's on it personally. Of course, the whole team is, so it's nice. You can meet all your fellow team members. And I do have an associate link for that, which Laura can post, or she probably may have already. Oh no, Judy burned a pot of rice. That's kind of crappy. Michael made chicken Alfredo with broccoli. It smells good, but I haven't got a chance to eat yet. I'll eat after this. This mesh is got a string on the top that keeps spraying out. Now I'm back around to where I started. So what we will do is I'm going to grab this and I'm going to measure my 12 inches. And I'm trying to make sure that my sides stay on the outside but don't flip out. That's a problem I have a lot. And I'm going to come over here. I'm going to push this one, make sure it's down in the first poof we did. Make sure it's down in there. Then I'm going to sit this one on top of it, and I'm going to close it up. just one time, because like I said, we have other items that we want to put in there. So we're either, if we don't have enough tie, we will go back and open it. Otherwise, we'll just add on, which is what I'm hoping, but you never know until the time comes to add it. Do not know why that has that. And now we're going to move up and start on the top ties. You do kind of want to poof those out while you go along. So I'm going to take another zip tie, and I'm just going to make sure this is not stuck and it's in the proper way I want it. And I'm going to choose this tie right here because it's close. See? And I'm just going to go right before that tie like we did on the bottom. Sorry, I have a zip tie in my mouth. And I'm just going to pull it as tight as I can. And this wreath isn't going to be, because the ring doesn't stand as high, this wreath will not be as deep, I don't think. It might. But I don't believe it'll be as deep as most of the others. But it will be large because it is on an 18-inch ring. So it looks like it's going to be at least 24 wide right now. And I'm going to grab my grippers, get that started. I'm going to push it right up to the tie and pull it as tight as I can. And then I'm going to pull it back. And if you can't see, if I go out of camera view, just let me know. I'm sorry. Someday I'll have the proper setup. But for now, this is what we got. Alright, clip that off. We make sure these ties are open. And once again, we're not going to close those ties. Alright, what we're going to do, I'm going to make sure my front ties, I accidentally, the other night, closed one of my ties up in the zip tie. So we're just going to start here from this point. Measure our 12-inch poof again. And by the way, guys, this was not a full roll of this foil. I have used it for something else before. I'm not sure what. So I do have another one standing by in case we run out. But it looks to me like this one is going to make our poofs all the way around. So, I mean, it's not a problem. If you run out, you can add more. I just prefer to not open a new one if I don't have to. And I know Laura put my Deco Exchange affiliate link on here. If you go to Deco Exchange, if you want, they have umbrella bags, and they fit a roll of 21-inch mesh perfectly. And you can put them in there when you're done, and it helps to keep them cleaner. And you know, from dust until you use them again. And it also helps to keep it, like on mine, it would kind of stick together and they would kind of fray and stuff, so it helps to control that for me. So I got some, and we put, Michael told me 58 different rolls in umbrella bags, but I really liked it. And that's over on Deco Exchange where you can get those. So if you want to follow the affiliate link and do that, that'd be great. Anytime you do shop from one of our affiliate links, we do get some change. It's not a lot. Well, I don't know. I've never gotten any yet, so I don't think I'll become rich by it. And that is the other thing I want to tell you. I am using a mesh roller, but Michael made this mesh roller for me because he made this for me before Susie came out with her 3-tiered mesh roller. And because that's what I needed to help me with my hands. So, but she has 3 different varieties of mesh roller, and now she has a paper roller, which you can also use for mesh, or vice versa, I suppose. I don't know if the mesh rollers are really long enough for wrapping paper, because paper is usually 30 inches long. And those are over on her website, Susie's Wreaths and Things, I believe. But Since I do not have one, I do not feel comfortable becoming an affiliate for her. So if Laura would, Laura is an affiliate with Susie and uses her mesh roller and loves it. So I'd like Laura to post her affiliate link for Susie's mesh rollers, and if you'd like one, click on Laura's link and go over there and check them out. There, like I said, there are 3 different mesh rollers and 1 paper roller. But you could put 3 10-inch rolls of mesh on the paper roller because it is 30 inches. It's just whatever design and so forth that you like. So Laura, if you could do that. Mr. Mike is upstairs with Mr. Ryder. Yeah, his chair is actually full of extra stuff we need to get put away. He's upstairs with Ryder tonight. Melinda's working at the urgent care. So we'll be watching him, and well, sometimes I'm not off of here before she comes home. She gets off at 8. So, but Laura, if you'd put your associates or your affiliate link on there for Susie's wreath holder, that'd be fantastic. And you can just pop over there off Laura's link and see if there's a wreath or a mesh holder that you would like. And I didn't mean wreath holder, I meant mesh holder. Yeah, Mike's upstairs watching Mr. Ryder tonight because Nick left for work and Melinda won't be home till 8:30. I'm going to turn my phone off. 8:30, 9 o'clock. We were supposed to take her food, but unfortunately Nick left for work and the car seat's in the car. So he couldn't do that, and of course I can't watch Ryder and try to do this because Ryder likes to help. He's about as bad as Lamba. Everything, they get it and they know I want it and they see me coming and they run to the garage with it. So I was like, I guess she'll just have to get something on the way home. Sorry, guys. So she said that was okay. I texted her right before I came on the live. So Michael actually made some really good dinner. He's the cook. I'm not. I don't cook well. I might do a frozen pizza. I can do spaghetti and tuna noodle casserole. That's it. That's my menu. But I've had him busy. I tried to tell him that the next time we had a chance, he should come on live with me because he is actually the person doing most, if not all, of the candy cane and the hats. He actually wraps them better than I do, and he's been wrapping them with ribbon because we have lots of ribbon. And then I made bows, and I've got some stuff to put, like the Santa ball on the top or the end, and so that's, you know, but I'm gonna actually teach him how to make curls. I was working on it. I was making him watch me this afternoon when I was making the curls for this wreath. But he says he won't go live. Sorry, guys. Maybe after the convention, because he's going to the convention with me, and I'm going to make him participate fully, although he won't get the swag bags and stuff because he is just a visitor, a guest ticket, because he said he didn't want all that because I asked him before I bought them. So he's getting more involved, and that's why he irritated me today, because he has decided he needs, if I have all this, and make him do this. It won't. Well, we'll put Susie's Susie's mesh holder. We'll put Laura's link in the description so that you can, not even under my name. It won't let you. And anyway, he's getting more into it, so he's decided he deserves to have one of his aquarium bags. And one, maybe, I don't know, it might be too loud. He didn't really ask, he just like started building a new stand for it. So we have a lot of wood out in the garage. That's why he builds me things. But he's decided he deserves one of his aquariums back without asking. That's why he was in trouble this morning. And I'm like, we have a show in 2 weeks. It's huge. And I've got all these things I got to get done. And you've got to help me. And he was like, ah. Anyway. So we'll see. I guess maybe I can let him have his tank. That'll be his pay for a month. Getting a fish tank back. He had 25 in this room where we are now when we lived upstairs and nobody was down. Well, I'll take that back. Sean was in the bedroom down here. But this room that I'm sitting in, he had set up 25 tanks. And he does both salt and fresh fish. And he had actually a coral, is it a coral reef system? Where it has wave machine, and he built all that himself. And then he kept flooding my downstairs, so that went away because he got grounded. But if he has one little fish tank that's freshwater, I guess that's okay. Alright, we are back to our original tie. Once again, I'm going to push the first poof down in there, put this poof in there, and I'm going to tie it off as tight as I can. One good tie. Then I'm going to cut a tail. And I like to cut a pretty decent sized tail so I can get it down there. And then I can always trim if I need to. But I'm going to, oh, it looks like a 2.5 inch tail. I'm going to roll my mesh back up there so that Mr. Michael can put it in an umbrella bag and get it put away for me. Actually, it probably goes over into the, I want to make it candy cane wreaths. So I have a box sitting full of red and white stuff for a candy cane. But I'm going to go under the poof here, the first poof. I'm going to try to put my tail there. I'm going to stick my pipe, no, zip tie in there. I know it wasn't a pipe cleaner, guys. I did. But I get them confused when I talk. Sometimes my brain thinks it, but my mouth just doesn't say the right thing. But it's better than my kids, especially my oldest daughter, likes to use big words, and she was actually a certified teacher, and she still is certified, she just doesn't teach now. Of course, it was in mathematics. And I'm going to take this, the thing is here, the zip tie, but she likes to try to use big words that do not go. And then I'm just going to reform my bubble poof. I guess this is actually a poof. And kind of turn this under and poof my poofers out. And there is our first set, is the poof. Now, what I've chosen now, and I have to move this. I know people kind of get upset, but I have to move this because I have a 2x4 table. It's not even actually 2 inches. It's like 23 inches. It's supposed to be 2x4, but Walmart doesn't always tell the truth because I ordered it online when I was in Florida. But I'm using red and white. It's kind of striped checked snowball. I got this at Hobby Lobby, and we will put that in the description. It's really hard on YouTube to get that to go on. So if Laura doesn't post it, please don't get upset with her. It's okay, Laura, you don't have to. You can just tell them if they ask for one thing what it is. Because it is very difficult in YouTube to get it to look right for you all to see it and it not be a big clump. That will be all posted in the description after the video is over, when I can go back in after I get it all done. But I'm going to do, these are 20 inch, and I'm going to do ruffles. And I'm going to put them in every other tie. And like I said, I know there are going to be 2 together. And where there are 2 together, I'm going to try to remember, because I tried this last time and it didn't work. But I'm trying to get better at that. I'm going to try to remember to make that my top point. I think that would look best. So you just make your little bow tie after you walk it up. Hi, Sue. How are you this evening? I'm just going to pick a tie, and when we come back, I should have one of these right here, because there's only 9 on the bottom, and we're only going to be, so we'll only be using, we'll be using 5 on the bottom of the red and white, because in the other tie, the tie next to it, we will be using curls. But first we're going to put our ruffles on. They're 20 inches. This is red, white, checked type, and I got it at Hobby Lobby in the Christmas section. They didn't have, I wanted just red snowball one day, and we were over there and looked and couldn't find it. And then, so this is all we could find. But that's okay. I like snowball. Actually, I get a lot of snowball from JoAnn's. I haven't been there recently because I'm trying not to spend money too much because I've got a lot of stuff. Laura will tell you, she yells at me all the time to use my stuff. So, but she'll tell you that I do. But I want to go and see JoAnn's Christmas collection because they had some beautiful turquoise last year, which I could not get my hands on after season. And I really didn't get into buying a lot of stuff until the JoAnn's clearance sale happened. But I also want to see what other things they have right at the beginning of the season. And I get all my snowball mesh usually from JoAnn's. That is where I get a lot of my snowball mesh from. This Hobby Lobby is more like a fabric. And of course this was an open roll, so I don't know exactly. But it's more like a fabric type. It's not really a plasticky deco. I just want to open those up. Now I'm going to have to go back and, I like to say foo-foo. I'm not really sure where my snips went. I'd rather have my snips. I don't like to foo-foo with the big scissors, but apparently at this point I've moved so many things around here on this couch, and I've had kids on the couch helping me out. In fact, I'm hoping all the ornaments are okay because they are plastic. I do not buy ornaments that are breakable. But when a 2-year-old's foot goes right into the box, I don't know if it'll squish them or not. So we'll see about that. I just didn't even look because I thought that's the last thing I need to see today. I do get my ornaments a lot of times. Well, I got a lot of them last year at Dollar Tree, and I picked some up from At Home so far, but I think that's the only other place I've picked up ornaments so far this year. I haven't gone to any of the other stores and bought the ornaments. Sometimes, like, there's one little string and it can be just pulled. I usually don't pull. I yell at Mike, don't pull, because he'll just keep pulling, and sometimes that doesn't work. But I can kind of tell if it's just kind of hanging on the edge there and it's where you've cut. So this doesn't fray too awful bad, this red and white. I'm actually gonna, well, yeah, no. Yeah. I've actually been live. I was arguing with myself. I've actually been live 3 times this week. I was live on Monday on Facebook. Then on Tuesday night, I was the special guest over on Hardworking Mom. And I made a dog-themed wreath, which is currently up on my Etsy site. And then tonight, I'm on YouTube making this Snowman Let It Snow wreath. So I'm doing good because usually I only go twice a week, and usually once on YouTube, once on Facebook. And I know they like you to go a lot, but I'm doing a lot of computer work in the background trying to get everything set up so that I know what I'm doing. So I'm just excited that I finally got my OBS back working. I will be doing that over the weekend to see what Lori has in store for me for training, but I promise not to watch it till tomorrow, because I usually watch training the minute it comes out. So okay, this is going to be where our top is, and we are going to put our 5th piece, yeah, because there's 9, so it's 4 of the curls, and then we'll put the extra curl on the top. That's my plan anyway. Logically, it should work. Reality, it may not. I'm a very logical thinker. This is what I'm going to start doing for all my 9-7 ties instead of the 8-10. I do like 8 or 10-8. I'm hoping when I get later in October, when I get down to Old Time Pottery, I believe I got theirs and they were 10/8, so I'm hoping that it is, and I'm planning on picking up quite a few because I have dwindled down to almost nothing. So I have to see what they have in store, but I'm sure they'll have at least the Christmas season. They had a lot on sale the last time when I was down in August, down in Kansas City. They had their spring and summer on sale pretty much for the rings, so that was cool. Because I am a good bargain shopper. I will bargain shop like you can't imagine. It's like I did not say where I got my snowman heads, but that is actually a repurposed wreath I found from Goodwill. It was a wreath of snowman heads, but I wanted to be two. Alright, these two will be my rolls. Maybe those two will be my... We're going to just start right here, because that's kind of... See, this is where your pattern, you have trouble with your patterns coming differently. It's going to be tight on our little green things, but we're going to try not to open them. Although, I think two of those have fallen out of my box, and I may have to get up. You may see my booty here in a minute, because I'm thinking they fell on the other side of my box they were sitting in. Yes, please do remember to share and subscribe to the channel, and if you hit the bell, you should receive notifications when I upload, I believe, or when I'm live. I believe that's how that bell works. So that's just a little thing there to help you with that, getting notifications. Since right now we've got our mini chat, very generic live notification system back, but like I said, I can't use it for the YouTube, so that's why you'll see a couple of posts on my page during the day, trying to remind you that I will be here with my link on it, so that you can find me when I'm live. I knew they were over there. I'd blame it on Ryder or Lamba, but they're not here, so I probably am the one that knocked him out. I'm sure if Ryder or Lamba had him, they'd be in the garage. That's status quo normally for what happens. I don't know that I could get Lamba trained, but I might be able to train Ryder on how to make wreaths. So we might just have to do that sometime. I'll get the whole family doing it. You watch. My son-in-law actually said if I'd show him, he'd help me go to shows. He's a good salesman. He could sell the shirt off of someone's back to somebody else and make them think it was brand new. That's how good of a salesman he is. So I told him he needed to go to the shows with me so he could bring the people over to the booth, and so I won't sell it if I don't know what it is. They go, it's a wreath. How do you have to know what it is? 1, 2, 3. Okay then. It looks to me like somehow... Okay, that's what we'll do. Alright, we're going to leave this one here. Now the next thing I'm going to do, because I want to have 2 curls up here. I don't want to put too many of the things. And so I see what I understand now. It took me a minute. The next thing I'm going to use, I'm going to do blue and white bundles of curls. These are 10-inch Deco, 15 inches long because they're kind of thin. I've already made up 6 of them, but I thought, well, sometimes I go ahead and I make them all up, and you guys don't ever get to see me make them. So, Michael ran off with my, it's like he ran off with my Bodabra. Oh, well, usually I use the Bodabra to hold them. It makes it simpler for me. Here's the trick. This is an empty roll from one of my Deco Meshes. Actually, crap, I'm knocking everything down. I actually think I use this one. So we'll try to use the same one. What I do, I've got 2 of them here. I cut them 2 at a time. So I'm using a light blue foil, which is from JoAnn's, and then a white foil, which is probably from JoAnn's. It could be from Hobby Lobby. It's just your basic foil. I'm just going to cut this long one off. And I put it like this. I guess you can see, I can't. Around my tube, and then I'm just going to take, and like I said, they're 15 inches. I'm not going to roll the blue one. They're just together because that's how I cut them. I'm just going to roll the white one around my tube until I have it all rolled, and then I'm just going to slip the tube out. And this is normally when I stick it into my Bodabra, but I don't know where it's at the moment. So we'll pretend like I know what I'm doing, and I'll try to hold it. Then we're going to put the blue piece on here, same way. And we're going to pull it out. And I'm just going to pull the blue out, or the tube out. We don't want to pull the blue out. And we're going to put it there. And then I took pipe cleaners. I cut them in half, and I did that because normally I'll use a full pipe cleaner. But tonight I knew we were going to be putting it on the work form. So I just decided to use half pipe cleaners. And I put it around the middle. And then might be getting a thunderstorm. I can't tell what that noise is. I can't tell if that's downstairs or outside or upstairs. Anyway, I'm going to pull it as tight as I can against, and then I just do this and make it as tight as I can because that helps your curls stand up. So I'll show you that one more time, and then we'll have all of our rolls made. And we may have too many because I made 8, because 8 and 8, 16. But I don't know. Maybe we only need 7. We'll see. We'll see when it comes out. It made sense in my head when I did it. But now I'm not sure. So we take and we roll up one color and just grab it in the middle. Then we take our 15-inch piece of light blue. And, by the way, I've got to go in and fix the Etsy listing, and I don't know that I got that done because I had a different plan for mesh. But this wreath is already listed as a Facebook live wreath. A YouTube live wreath. So it is already listed in Etsy. And I wish I wasn't having a big brain lapse moment. So this, if you like this wreath, you can go right now onto Etsy and buy it. If you like it when we're done. It's on there. I believe it's $90. And it looks like shipping usually is around, depending on where you're at, but usually is around $10 to $15 per wreath. Usually around 10. Now I'm checking. I do put them on on my Facebook shop. I have added $10 extra to it because I was told they don't add shipping in. So if that's not correct, if you buy from the Facebook shop, I will refund you the $10 because, you know, I'm just doing what someone said to try, and if that's not correct, we'll get that fixed out. I just put my shop back on, so. Alright, now every tie that there is not a ruffle in, we are going to put in our rolls. I am going to kind of clean them up before, if I see it, before I go on there. And I'm just going to stick them down. I'm going to start right here because there's a roll right in front of me. I'm going to stick them down in here and give them just one good tie, because I'm going to put ribbon on too. Okay. So I'm just grabbing my bundles, making sure we don't have too many frays hanging, because these will be hard to trying to get all the frays once we get them all in there. And fray drives me nuts. So here's one here. And I'm putting them with the pipe cleaner side down, so you won't see that. This tie is getting really short. That's okay. We will make it work. Kind of like them like that. So I'll just manipulate them around. Once you get them tied on there tight, you can move them and do whatever you want. So, okay, here's one. Maybe if I position them like that, there we go. Try to keep my head back from getting in your way. So, like I said, if you ever have any problems with seeing or anything, let Laura know. She'll let me know, and then we'll fix it the best we can. Okay. So, they're getting a little fray on them because of, so I try to keep that from happening. But they're getting a little on them from being stuck together. I just had them over here on the box. So anytime you have mesh that rubs up against other mesh, you're going to have frays. Just no stopping it. It's just the nature of the beast. And some days I think it frays more just because it likes to irritate us. We're going to come up to the point here in a minute where it's going to be doubling up. So, uh-oh, thumbnail was caught on a piece of deco. Oops, sorry. I have that camera sitting on my table. I'm not trying to make anybody seasick. Actually, I think we only have these 2 curls left to put on. That's kind of exciting. I was thinking, uh-oh, I'm starting to run long. I'm a little slower than most people because I'm just laid back. From the Midwest, I blame it on that. I'm going to be like Granny Clampett. I'll be sitting on my rocker with my corn cob pipe and my moonshine on my front porch. I'm sorry, not moonshine, medicine. I believe she called it medicine. You know, they filmed some of that down in Branson, Missouri in Silver Dollar City, so I thought that was kind of unique. And I knew exactly where they were, too, because we went every year for vacation. Except in 1965 when my dad took us to California to visit my aunt and go to Disneyland. And we came home and I asked Dad when our vacation was because we hadn't been to Branson. So we always went down and spent a week down in a cabin. It was fun. That was before it was all monetized and not monetized, but alright, so here we go. Now, I suppose the next thing we should put on is our ribbon. Yep, yeehaw, you betcha. Okay, here's the ribbon. I've chose 4 different ribbons. They are all wired. We always use wired ribbon because unwired ribbon is a pain in our rear. I have chosen red and white, which I will mostly use probably on the red. And this is a snowman with a scarf on it. And then I have a bluish color. And then I have these blue snowflakes, which I will put more on the blue. It may not work out that way, but that's what we'll try. So I have cut them at 14 inches. I did dovetail them. You know, I always say dovetail, and I guess that's correct. Maybe they're saying ducktail, because I don't always hear right. DuckTales to me is a cartoon. But anyway, I'm just going to scrunch them in the middle. And put them down here in my tie. I think my hands are part of the problem. Ribbon doesn't like me. And I'm going to tie it off 3 times. Because 1, I'm out of tie. And 2, there's not really anything else I want to put on it. And then, if we have them tied good, I've been told, yank. I'm going to pull them all down towards the bottom when I do these. And yank. I like that. That's fun. And I'm going to try to shape them as I go. Of course, they will need to be reshaped and fluffed. But I'm going to try. I'm trying to get better at the ribbon thing. Never really cared to do ribbons. Well, I am going to bypass that one for the moment. And I am going to go over here. And I'm going to try the blue on the blue because I don't think I would like, I don't think I would like that. So I'm going to put my foot down and say, no, I want to put it there. I just kind of eyeball it, kind of fold it in half a little bit, scrunch it in the middle. Get it down here on my tie, and this tie is little. That's alright. Don't go away from me, Wreath. Somebody's upset upstairs. Grandpa must not be doing what he wants. He's coming downstairs. I don't know why. I think he's bringing the dog down to me. And we're gonna yank. Hi, Lamba. Sorry your spot's missing. Ryder thinks Grandpa should live up there with him. They are best friends. And we're working on getting him to talk more, so. Grandpa doesn't really play that game. Grandpa gives you what you want. Of course, he did as a dad, too. He gave the kids what they wanted. I'm the mean one. So we're going to go around. I want to remember I have that one open because I want to just see if our ties work out the same way as our, I don't like the way that is. If our ties work out the same way as our, I could have swore I felt something on my foot. Maybe it was the dog. Sorry, guys. Michael's the nice guy and I'm the mean one. Can you believe that? It's just that Mama and Mima don't play no games with that crap. You don't scream, you don't tell me what you may ask me if you can have something, but you don't tell me you're gonna get it. Because if you tell me, I'm pretty hard-headed and I'll tell you you're not. Just the way I've always been. I don't know, I thought I had looked at them and I thought they were all cut appropriately, but must not have had enough coffee when I looked at them. It's alright, you can fix them. Someday I'm going to have a bigger room with a bigger table. I don't know what I'll do then. I'll be all sorts of excited and confused. Think what I could create. Not that I couldn't create anything I can't create now, but just be simpler. I have all kinds of dreams for a craft room if I ever have one. Otherwise, I will just be using my cute little table here in my cute little room, and if Mike starts working on it, we might have to get him one or just build a great big table in the middle of the room to share. Lay down. Wow. There. Sorry, guys. I also get mad at ribbon when it rebels. That's what it did here, Diane. It went from 93 yesterday to 63 today. And I love it. I love 63 degrees. I could do that year round. Hi, Zora. Laura, is Aunt Mary having problems getting on tonight? Hi, Lori. Sorry, I'm not being able to keep up with the comments tonight, guys. That's why I have Laura. She got my back. Trust her completely. Thank you, Judy. Judy, you just seem to know when to comment because you comment every time I look up. That's pretty good timing. After we get our ribbons on, then I will be putting on the sign. I did use my beadsmith to punch holes in it. I have punched 3 holes and used the hook at the top of it, so I can make sure it was good and secure. And then remember I knocked this off, sorry. Plug in my glue gun because we will need to probably use hot glue on our decor. I may go back later and wire it also, but at this point I'm just going to hot glue them in. So let me get that charged up. Well, not charged up because mine is corded. So. And if not, I'll say hi, Mari. It's just thoughts in my head, gang. What are you doing, Lamba? You can't go out there because I'm not getting up to open that door. It makes noise. Trying to keep the noise factor down until I can learn how to mesh up. No, Lamba. Go to bed. Go in your bed. Don't scratch. We have the French doors closed over there, so she's not used to that. She's used to having free reign in and out into the garage, but oh, there you are. She's coming over here and hanging off the end of the couch with me. Just hope I didn't drop anything else. Okay, now I know I had one, and I'll go back and find it. Because I know I left one red one off because I was trying to put them in color coordinated order. Don't eat the fly swatter, Lamba. We had a lot of flies in here because we had everything opened up, and that consists of we don't have a screen door going out into the garage, so we just had the garage, Michael had the garage door open. A bunch of flies came in. So we join a fly swatter and we start swatting at them, especially if they come at me. They make me agitated, so I start swatting them. And Land was helping me by chewing the end of the fly swatter. She does snap at the flies, so she'll try to catch them, but alright. And so because we didn't put one here, we are going to stick this one right here. And I'm probably going to do the same pattern up top. The sign is very large. That's why I'm using an 18-inch ring. I usually use a 15 or a Dollar Tree 14 ring. Work ring I use usually 15. But the sign was so large I thought it would like be overbearing to the frames. So, alright, now we're going to go to the top. We're going to start with a blue and white one. Oh, what do you... Oh, the ribbon is 14 inches, Lisa. I think I might cut them back. Laura will yell at me, but I think I may start cutting them back to 12 because I think I could work with 12 a little better. So... she'll probably yell at me. I'm pulling these all towards me because of the sign being so large. Because, yeah, there's not going to be a lot of room, guys. Trust me. Are you talking about Laura? Yes, ma'am, she did. So, when I come on Monday, I think I'm going to be probably making a Unique in the Creek wreath. I'm thinking about making, I think we have a gingerbread girl. I have to look to see if I have the digital cutout, or the digital printed yet. But I think that's what I'm going to make. Not positive. But I'm thinking that would be cute. And I'm thinking I might try to put ribbon on it also, because I have some really cute gingerbread person ribbon. So, I don't know though. I may change my mind, so don't hold me to that one, please. You know, when I buy lottery tickets, I just assume that I'm actually just donating to someone else's wealth, because I'm not going to win. So it's like if I decide to buy one, which I don't very often. I just assume that, you know, I'm being a nice person and donating it so someone else can be wealthy. And hopefully they do good things with it and don't get messed out of it by other people. Sorry, it was grabbing my ribbon and wouldn't let me put it where I wanted. I think putting the ribbon on takes me the longest. Probably because I'm trying to be very careful and place it. Scratch offs are okay, but I don't ever win at those either. I usually only get scratch offs. My BFF usually gives me those for either Christmas or my birthday. And she just hopes that one of them wins, and that way she's giving me a present. Sometimes she spends more than I win, so just kind of our deal. We used to go over to the casino, but we just like to go and play, and, you know, we don't expect to have to come home with money. We just, our money is for our fun purposes, and that's all. We don't go to win. We just go to have fun. You should be getting there, Diane. Should be getting that goal going for convention next July. You did really good. I'm so proud of you. I just hope my show turns out half as good as yours did, because I'm so proud of you. I did order grid walls though. What's today's date? They should be here at the beginning of next week. So I thought I only had like one weekend, but I think I'm sadly mistaken, and I actually have two, which is a good thing, because I was starting to panic a little bit because the grid walls aren't here for us to set up with, and I'm not done with the candy canes, and some of the candy canes haven't come in to Dollar Tree yet, and I don't have the hats done, and I would like to get a few more larger wreaths made, but I think I actually have an extra week, which doesn't mean I can slack off. It just means maybe I won't panic as bad. That is all it means. So, in case I haven't said it enough, and I'm probably boring you to death with it, please make sure you subscribe to my page. I would appreciate it, and if you could share this video, that'd be fantastic. Also, hit the bell, and you should be notified by YouTube when I'm live or upload new content. Usually, I believe they put, it's like if you go in and you look at your channel, it'll say notification. Now, I don't know how mine's set up, but I sometimes get emails from them. I don't think I did that on purpose, but it's like I have extra ribbon, but you know what? I got 9 and 9, so that's 18. So I think this is our last ribbon, dudes. I call everybody dude, sorry. Except for Goose. She's a goose dude. Even called doctors when I was in the hospital, Dr. Dudes. I do a lot of crazy things on anesthesia, though. I guess I'm a fun time for the doctor that operated on me during emergency surgery. She said I was having fun. I wasn't worried a bit. I'm like, well, that's good. Because I sure was before I went in there. So 18 minus 2 is 16, right? Good deal. All right. So if I've thought about this right, this should be our top, because that's where all of our doubles are, right? So that should be our top. Ooh. Do not touch glue gun. It is warm now. See, there's nobody down here with me, and I plugged in a hot item. That's usually not allowed. I'm usually grounded from that. Alright, here's our sign, and I put holes on both sides. It looks like a bottle cap. So I put holes on both sides and at the end, and at the top there is that hook. I'm sorry. There is that hook, and then I put one here, and one here. So my top, and I'm gonna have to smush everything, unfortunately, because that's the only way I can do this. Okay, so I want my top up here, so I'm just going to fish down with my little wire. I'm going to try to go through all the mesh, and then I'm going to move it back up here where I think I want it. I think that's good. And then I'm going to turn it toward me, because, you know, signs are the worst. But I had a pretty easy time the last time. I'm just gonna, I don't want to tie it too tight. I don't want it to smush it, but it's okay if it smushes it a little bit. Okay. Then, okay, make it right here. And I'm going to just find a hole. Thread it through. I'm using green wire. I was going to use my silver wire, but I couldn't find it. I have a problem not being able to find what I have. I know, not a good thing, but I'm just looking under here for the wire, guys, to see if I can. I'm just gonna, like, mess with stuff here. This is my, I don't think I want that caught under there. The poof I don't mind. I just think I want to pull that ruffle back a little bit. Pull it down. Both sides. So that's more. Kind of wanting my mesh stuff not to totally be under the sign, you know? Maybe the poofs, but I don't know, maybe that's a wrong move, but we'll see. We will see. Did I get them both? Okay. Wasn't sure I had both strings or wires in my hand, dudes. Guys. I'll call you guys. I'll try not to call you dudes. That's not nice. I don't know. I've always done that. Since I was young. Maybe it's a 70s, 80s thing. Everybody was a dude. Okay. You know what's sad is I'm thinking signs are becoming my friends before ribbons. I think ribbons are still kind of unfriendly with me, and signs seem to be doing okay. That's kind of sad. You would hope ribbons would be your friend first. Oh well. Guess we can't all have everything. Okay, it doesn't fall off. I'm just going to probably go around and manipulate the mesh a little bit. Okay, now we're getting ready to put on what we have for our decorations. And the first thing I have, and I've got to get them out here. I don't think Laura and I have these. This actually has its own little ribbon on it, so. I have some, these are what I took off of the Goodwill wreath I bought. These were actually attached to the wreath. And I'm making sure I get them all out here. I have jingle bells in there too because Mike thought those were cool. So I was thinking what I want to do. I think I just want to use these guys. Save the white guys. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. I'm never supposed to, sorry guys, but I'm going to move the camera around so you have a little bit better view. Is that any better? Can you see that? The decorations on this better at all? So I'm thinking I'm going to put these 4 guys like this. And then I grab my Betty Crocker scissors. I don't want to use my good Fiskar ones. I used them a couple of times and it upset me. Mike tries to use my Fiskar scissors for everything, and oh, does he get in trouble. And those are only for mesh and ribbons. These I did get from Dollar Tree. You always want to make sure too when you do this I'm thinking that might be too much. Maybe. Okay. And I'm going to leave the hanging hook on because these don't work out. They're not solid. They have trees in them. There's 5 of them. Alright, that's what we're going to do. I was going to put green balls on, but I've changed my mind. Alright, here we go. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to, this little guy right here, I'm going to put him right at the bottom. So, I don't want to get it on me. Sorry. But he's just going to go right there. Ouch, ouch, ouch. It's like, where is he? He's going to go right there with his little bow. I tell you, me and hot glue, we just don't mix. But Rapid Fuse and I don't mix either, so. Okay. And this one is gonna go at the top. Now I will cover the back of this. I doubt I do it tonight because I'm going to have Mike come down and help me put a hanger on it because we use very thick wire. So this little guy's going to go right here. These are the cutest little, they're like a little stuffed snowman head, you know, like a little stuffed animal. And they were all glued together because as you can tell, I kind of hurt Frosty a little bit, but it wasn't as bad as what Laura did to the scarecrow. So, oh, look at all the love. Thank you, Zora. Did you see what I'm using tonight, Zora? I'm gonna put ornaments on it, just for you. Now, I actually have been planning to put ornaments. I am going to put a ball here. And you gotta kind of make sure that those ribbons are where you want them, because I'm gluing this kind of where the ribbons are. I am happy to do that, Zora, if you were talking to me. Of course, you always have to go back and reshape your ribbons after you mess with anything, because ribbons, just mine especially, do not behave well. I think I'm going to put one here. I'm actually kind of putting them, I think there's only 4, but I'm actually kind of putting them where the What am I trying to say? Where the blue ribbons are down here. Don't ask me why. I didn't think I'd like that. But it's kind of a statement, I guess. Girl. Put one there. So I'm going to put one here. I think you're outside people. Maybe that's what that was. I tell you what, he's been a little uncute today. He's throwing some fits, but he didn't have a nap. I remember now. They put him down, but he just played the whole time. He's in a toddler bed, so he can get out and do what he wants. He watched the trash guys outside, because he's got a chair by his window that you can see. So, I'm trying to think, do I want one? Up here. This looks like this one. Turn this around. I've still got one ball I can put on if I want, but thinking that I'm good, but I don't know. Okay, so I'm thinking we're about done, guys. I don't know how well you can see it, and I don't know yet how to, this is the only way I know, is to do this. It's just to take you and then just kind of, and I'm trying to hold it against me, so forgive me. But I did discover there is one thing I can do. First, I'm going to unplug my glue gun so Patricia doesn't yell at me. And I'm going to move it. So, whoops, well, maybe not. I almost beheaded this snowman. I'll move it over here for the moment because I don't want Patricia. She yelled at me last time. And I think, let me put the other snow guys in here and stuff. This is the one Rider stepped on, see? At least he didn't break the balls, right? So let me get this stuff up out of the way here. Because we're almost done, believe it or not. Whoops. Uh-oh. Tell me you're still there. Okay, sorry about my rear. Because I'm going to try to use that camera. I don't know if I can. And if that doesn't work, then we'll use the other camera. I've got a light here I got to move. I'm just going to turn it so it goes towards the door. I have found that even without a hanger on it, should be able to, and I promise I'll quit foofing with it, because if I keep foofing with it, then I won't ever get back to show you. So just wanted to foof it a little bit. Now let me see how far around I can bring my camera. Sorry. Sorry, Laura. You know it's a little crooked. There it is on the door with this camera. It's about the only way I can show it to you full, you know, in its full dynamics, because I don't have any spot to move it back. But there it is, guys, and I think we're done with it for the night. I will get new pictures of it and add that to the Etsy listing tomorrow, and also put a thumbnail up on the YouTube. I'm going to drop my camera now, and I'm going to change you back over to the to see my face, so that you're not looking crooked at the Ulta box that we use over there for stuff. There we go. But I think, sorry, it's like I feel like my hair is all over. Oh, I was running away. I didn't want to be here anymore. No, I'm just kidding. But that is the I mean, I can show it to you again from this camera. Yes, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you, Judy. Thank you all. But that is already listed on Etsy. I believe it's $90. And like I said, you will notice that if you compare my wreaths on Etsy to my wreaths on the Facebook shop, you will notice there's a $10 difference, and that is for the shipping. Thank you, Pam. Hi, Cherie. Sorry, I had a... I hope so. But thank you, everybody, for coming. Remember to subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notifications from YouTube. And also to share this with all your family and friends, not just your business associates. I have also got links for my Facebook, where if you follow and like me, that would be fantastic. And if you hit my notification link, I will send you out a generic notification before I go live on Facebook. I also put the reminders, or the scheduled ones, up there. Hi, Aunt Mary, did you finally get on? I thought you were maybe having some problems, huh? Thank you. Thank you, Zora. I'm trying to read, guys. I'm sorry, it's moving. I'm glad you could get in. I thought you were here. Night, Patricia. Thanks for joining. I'm glad I kept my ribbons the way I wanted to, so you didn't have to tell me I got them backwards. You know how Laura does. Oh, my hair? Yeah, the next time I go, we're going to redo it in pink, because October is a pink month. And then when I go, how many ever weeks after that, we'll do the peacock for Christmas, I think. I'm okay with it. I told her to go to a little bolder pink this time. So, but yeah, I think she only is like coloring it every 8 weeks or something. I may actually also let it grow 6 weeks in between appointments. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, thank you. Thank you so much, Laura. You're awesome. Oh, love you. Melinda's walking. You can come on in. I'm just getting done. I'm just telling them good night. They won't mind if you walk through. Just because they can only see me. Yeah, don't look in the light.
Can I get a mirror?
Try right there. Sorry, guys. Melinda walks in. Now she wants to know her mail and everything else. I'm like, you can come in.
I'm not even credentialed through them.
Alright. Oh. Let my dog out. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go. I'll be back Monday evening at 6:30 on Facebook. And hopefully, I think I might be doing... Oh, you do, huh? What scared you? What happened? When Melinda came in? Anyway, Lori should be on Sunday night. I'm not sure if Laura's going on tomorrow or not. But Lori should be on Sunday night. I'll be on Monday night. Laura goes on Tuesday night. Lori goes on Wednesday night. Laura goes on Thursday night. And I go on Friday night. So we about have it all covered for you all week. Yep, Lamba just took off again because Melinda opened the door. So she was like, oh yeah, I'm out of here. I'm going upstairs. Anyway, good night, Judy. Good night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again soon. I'll be back on Monday night on Facebook at 6:30 Central Time. That's 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 o'clock Pacific Time. I don't know why they always leave Mountain out. We lived in Mountain. They always seem to leave Mountain out. But I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go up there and see what my family's doing. I'm going to get a bite to eat because Mike made some really good chicken Alfredo broccoli stuff. So I'm going to go and get me some food. So I will see you guys later. Have a great weekend. I hope everything stays nice and cool and we get a little bit of fall before it gets hot again if it does. And we'll see you later. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.